Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, stories from the 78s and the 78 happening in the loop. That's the story. I'm my friend Kevin here to talk all about this new take on something that's been part of many people's childhoods and adulthoods, the game Clue, and walking through downtown because the Clue has come alive with Clue, a walking mystery. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
So yeah, absolutely. So since the end of July, this started. It goes through Labor Day. But talk about what this is and how long it is, because this is, I think, a little bit more than maybe people might expect.
Yeah, it's a pretty it's really like I am a puzzle hunt fan and I um love stuff like this. And if I got to play this myself, I would lose my mind. It's so cool. It's basically the game that we know and love. The scenario is that the murder at the Tudor Mansion was never solved and the case went cold and all the furniture pieces from all the different iconic rooms have now been auctioned off and scattered throughout downtown Chicago. And so players sign up and they sign up as their favorite suspects: green, plum, scarlet,
Hmm.
peacock,
All the good
white,
ones.
mustard, all the good ones. You sign up as their descendants. So you are descendants of these famous suspects and you are set out to solve the mystery that they were never able to solve. So what they get when they play is they get an auction catalog that
Okay.
has every piece of furniture they're looking for and a beautiful kind of artist rendering of each room that it was sold out of. And it tells them where the furniture is now located. For example, at the Stay Pineapple Hotel, you see there's a beautiful grandfather clock. So
Hmm.
players will go to the Stay Pineapple Hotel and they will go into the lobby and they will see that grandfather clock. And
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
yeah, they get to open it and they get to investigate it and interact with this piece of furniture and get information that will help them solve the murder. So they go from location to location with their catalog, looking for these different pieces of furniture. And the trick isn't like fine. We lay it out very clear. This is where you're going. Here's a map. Here's how to get there. It's not like a scavenger hunt or a treasure hunt where you're looking for the location. You're told directly where to go. You're given a picture of what you're looking for. And the game is really interacting with that object, solving a puzzle within the piece of furniture that's going to give you information to the solution.
And so instead of a creepy old house with hidden doors, you're walking through the streets of downtown Chicago, which just brings the game to life right there in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like the game where it's a process of elimination. You'll find weapons lodged in pieces of furniture, and you're like, okay, that couldn't have been the murder weapon because it's stuck in this particular piece of furniture. So they mark that off the list. So it's just like you're playing the real game. You're just walking throughout downtown Chicago to do it.
And
And
and how do you pick the person that you represent?
you just when you sign up at feverup.com, you have options of Team Scarlett, Plum, whichever you
Oh,
pick who you want. Yeah.
and how long does the whole process last in terms of, and is it a rain or shine type of deal? Chicago being Chicago, people always ask.
It is a rain or shine type of deal because the majority of the game is indoors at these locations. This is what's so interesting. It could take as little as 90 minutes to as long as you want, to 4 hours. Uh, each team is given a specific map that takes them to on a specific path. So they're all going to different locations at different times. Um, and you can go at your own pace. So you're going to places like Magnolia Bakery, Harry Carey's, Billy Goat Tavern, London House. So you could literally
Terrible places to go. I mean, good lord.
awful.
Yeah. Oh man, you're hitting the greatest hits of things if you want to eat, a view, or
Yeah.
old Chicago history. Oh man, you're hitting it right.
Yeah, you just take your time because you're playing at your own pace. You're playing by yourself with your team. So stop and have a cupcake, stop and have a
Yeah,
hamburger at Billy Goat's, have a drink at Harry Carey's, enjoy the view at London House. Buy
absolutely.
buy a book at Barbara's bookstore at Macy's. You know,
Have yourself a
so
nice little Saturday
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever day
and
you choose.
exactly. Yeah, so we see teams that like one team in particular, it was a mother and a father and two young girls, and you know, they were pretty young, and I was like, oh, I hope they're not too young. I hope they enjoy it. And they left, and 5 hours later, I see them at the finish line. I'm like, oh, I thought we lost you. How was it? And they're like, we loved it. We went, you know, we bought some books at Barbara's bookstore. We had cupcakes. They just made a day out of it.
Good for
So,
them.
so you can go as slow as you want or as fast as you want.
That's wonderful. And the best way for people to sign up is going to feverup.com, did you say?
Feverup.com. Correct.
And goes through Labor Day. So people, how many are there different sessions a day, or is it like kind of one a day? So you get like to pick your day you go.
There are like on a Saturday, there are games every 20 minutes starting at noon.
Oh, oh yeah,
So
okay.
so you can pick any session you want, you know, Saturday and Sunday, every 20 minutes afternoon. Tonight we start at 5 until 8. You know, the weeknights, Wednesday. Right now it's Wednesday, but I think next week it starts Tuesday. Tuesday through Friday in the evenings up until 8 o'clock. Last game at 8, and a game every 20 minutes.
That's wonderful. And a great way to see downtown, get a little exercise in while you're burning off all the food that you're eating on the way or walking around. And you, like you said, you can take as long as you want, and people can have a great time just spending a good afternoon or evening downtown.
Yeah, it's a great way to, you know, it's great for tourists, but it's also great for people who live in Chicago and just want to explore the
Who love
city in a new way.
right through the goggles of the clue, right? So that's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah.
Well, Kevin, thanks a lot for hanging out with me and talking to me about this. And we look forward to enjoying this. And thank you very much for taking the time.
Of course, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.